Hello and welcome to Sincerely Elvis Presley. I'm Sean. If you're new to the channel, thanks for tuning in, and if you're not, thanks for returning. I appreciate it. Those of you that have been watching my channel for a while may recall that I said there would be no more record hauls. That's it. No more big hauls. I'm not going to any record fairs or anything like that. And quite a few of you pulled me up on that in the comments, said, okay, Sean, yeah, we'll believe that when we see it. And I hate to admit it, but you may have had a point. Well, sort of. Let me explain why I'm coming on today, because this is not my usual day for uploading videos. But there's a beautiful Georgian town called Stamford, around about 9 miles from where we live. And I got wind of the fact that they were holding a record fair in a church hall there this Saturday, this morning. And I thought, record fair in a church hall, what harm can it do? There's not going to be much there. Yeah, there was quite a few things that were on my list, so I'll share those with you in a moment. But before I start, there's a couple of things that I just wanted to pull out really. First and foremost, this Elvis, the King of Fashion by Lorraine Gibson. Now, I was lucky enough to get an advanced digital copy of this a couple of months back and did a review on it. Fantastic book, fantastic read, and it's finally made it out there on the shelves. This is available at all good retailers. You can pick it up absolutely anywhere, be it here in the UK, Smiths, Waterstones or Amazon. Anyway you like, any good bookseller, you'll get this, and I highly recommend it. And the reason I thought I'd sort of bring it out now that I've physically got a copy is one, to sort of remind you about it, because it's well worth getting. Two, we are crawling towards that time of year, you know, where the man in the red and white comes down chimneys, and I'm thinking that might make an ideal little gift for the Elvis fan in your life, if they haven't already got it, because it is a fantastic read. And I just wanted to thank Lorraine, the author, actually, because she was kind enough to send me this copy, and also very kindly gave me a really nice dedication that I just wanted to share with you, because I was really pleased with that. So thanks for the best review. Yeah, thank you, Lorraine, you're more than welcome. Great book, highly recommend that. Now, the other thing that I wanted to mention is Tyguy The Elvis Fan. Now, this is a young lad over in the States that started up his own Elvis channel, and he's showing his collection and his vinyl and various bits and pieces. And he's been getting a lot of love recently on YouTube, and quite rightly so. Most recently on Mark's Elvis for Everyone channel. And when I saw that, I thought, do you know what? It's about time Tyguy the Elvis Fan got a mention here at Sincerely Elvis Presley, because he really does deserve it. You know, I was involved in taking part in a live broadcast with several of the YouTubes a little while ago, and I sort of said, isn't it strange how there's so many of us out here doing these Elvis channels of a similar sort of age? I'm not going to say old farts. You may make your own conclusions, but you know, I was shot down, and I think it was David, Elvis Presley in Japan, pointed out, well, you know, there are plenty of young Elvis fans doing YouTube channels out there, and there's a prime example. Tyguy the Elvis Fan, keep up the work, my man. You're doing a great job, and you are the future. You are the future of the Elvis fan world, no question about it. So you're doing a great job, keep it up. If anyone hasn't encountered his channel, I'll put a link down in the description of this one. Please check him out, because he's well worth it. Okay, so what did I get today? Well, what I got that I was really pleased to find is an original press of the Loving You album. Now, this has been on my list for ages. There are plenty out there, but there are plenty in pretty poor condition. Now, this one is pretty much lovely condition. Don't know if you can see, there's a bit of the laminate missing there. There's a little bump in the corner, and there is a little bit of foxing on the rear of that cover. But other than that, I think this is a lovely copy. because usually for the sort of price this cost me, I got a bit of a discount, so I think this worked out about £40, which for one in this condition. Now looking at the little letters down in the bottom corner there, I believe that this sleeve was printed in January 1958. And the record itself is a 57 pressing. It's the Belinda London Limited pressing there, but with no tax code at the top there. Original inner sleeve, it's not in perfect shape. There are a few marks on it, but I think actually for a 1957 press, I'm pretty pleased to get this one, because it's one of those that's eluded me. And actually, this is the first proper 50s pressing I have, because with most of the titles released in the 50s, I've kind of got later 60s pressings. So I was quite pleased to get Loving You, quite surprised to see it there in such nice condition. So that was my first pickup. And then I got this. Now, this is a complete and utter repress of My Baby Left Me. Now this is, I think, one of the first things the Memphis Recording Service put out, because this was done some considerable time ago. I want to say, I remember this coming out when they were releasing the CD week by week box set. So this has got to be mid 2000s. I can't quite remember when this one came out, but yeah, really nice sort of reproduction of an HMV single there. And you've got a numbered edition, and that was £10. It is brand new. There's a lot of paper attached to it, but yeah, I was chuffed to get that for a tenner. I thought that was pretty good. Then I finally got my hands on the Memphis record, and this is, well, it's a black and silver label, German pressing. What was this, about 1987? So these are your sort of alternate mixes of a lot of the material. It's a bit from the American sound sessions. So you get quite a lot, but they are mixed differently. So yeah, pleased to get my hands on that. Princely sum of £15, and it's in really nice condition. So there's that, and then we got some 50th anniversary coloured vinyl. So I've got Reconsider Baby. I think this was about the same time, 1985, I want to say. Reconsider Baby. Now it has got a not for resale sticker on it, so whether that makes this a genuine promo or not, I'm not sure. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments, please. But this is on your lovely Abaloo vinyl, the 50th anniversary label. Reconsider Baby, that was also £15. Sticking on the 50th anniversary coloured vinyl theme, we have Always on My Mind, and this was, I think, from around the same time, 1985. It was indeed. So there's your combination with your rather garish colour scheme, which I don't mind it. It does not offend me. Now this is on your clear vinyl. Now I know my good friend David in Belgium, hi David, has got a really nice purple vinyl version, which I covet because I think it's a really lovely colour. But this is just your clear vinyl, which a little boring in comparison to the purple, I do feel, but never mind. Princely sum of £15. Staying on the 50th anniversary theme, but not coloured vinyl, but was £15, is the Rocker. Now this one, I don't know if that's going to come out, but that is stamped. I don't think the camera's going to pick that up. Oh, can we get it in there? It is stamped promotional, not for resale. You see it there. So I think that makes this a genuine promo, and that's just your standard black vinyl. We've got the black and silver German label. So £15 for that. So there you go. You know, I've got the Rocker, always on my mind. Reconsider Baby, the Memphis record, repress of My Baby Left Me from the Memphis Recording Service, and an original 57 press of 10-inch Loving You. So not a bad little find for a little village hall that I was expecting nothing from. As is normal, if I do share a vinyl haul, I do like to show some things that I've picked up recently, and one of them that I was really pleased to pick up, and I just came across this one. I actually wasn't aware of its existence. So this is on the Madison label, and this is Madison Presents Elvis Now in Person 50th Anniversary exclusive black vinyl. I think they did 3 different colourways. I think there was definitely a red, I believe. I'm not sure if it was blue, the other one, but each one was limited to 200 copies. So it's fairly rare, I'd say, that, if there's only 200. But this is it's like I guess it's a companion piece to Elvis Live in Person, the official release, because you've got various recordings from various dates of the return to Vegas in '69. But beautiful, beautiful little package. And gorgeous, gorgeous gatefold sleeve. Bit of glare on that, I'm afraid, because it's already in a plastic sleeve, and I can't really, I don't know, I'm sure most of you will have encountered these plastic sleeves for the gatefolds, but they're a nightmare to get the covers in. I think you're okay until you get to that flap there, and then you just spend ages trying to get the flipping thing in. So that's why I didn't take it out. But hopefully that glare is not too distracting, but I'm sure you'll agree that is a beautiful presentation. So nice little, I think probably when this came out it would class as a bootleg. I'm not sure, it may just have passed into the public domain, but beautiful release, that, absolutely beautiful. And sticking on the theme of bootlegs, this morning actually in the post I got these 2 CD box sets. Now the first one is the New Year's Eve performance from 1976. Where were we? Pontiac, Michigan, December 31st, 1976. Really famous performance, and I've been wanting to get a hold of this set for quite some time, Final Countdown to Midnight, because I've heard such great things about it. I'm not going to go into any great detail on this in terms of showing you what's here, because I'll get to it when I get to 76 and 77 in my year by year series, but just wanted to show you that one. But I will show you this one. Now this one, rebooked at the International. When I did my series and did 1970, I showed a 7 CD live January-February 1970 box set, and I said it was really bare bones, you didn't get anything with it, and talked about, I think I might have even put it on the screen, rebooked at the International, because I'd heard time and time again that this was a beautiful luxury set, covering that January-February season in 1970. This has been a hard one to track down at a decent price. You can get it quite easily for the £150 mark, but I just didn't want to pay that, because in terms of what it covers material wise, quite a lot of it overlaps with the set that I'd already got, but it's more the package. So what you do get, let me Let me get that up on the screen there for you so you can see what you do get. CD1 and CD2. And CD3, CD4. But it's the packaging really. Really gorgeous booklet. I think we must have 100+ pages just on Elvis in the beginning of 1970. So yeah, it's one that I really wanted to get my hands on. I chuffed to bits to find it at a really nice price. So I thought while I was on, I'd share this. Just fabulous presentation. Actually, both of these are the backdraft label, this and the Final Countdown to Midnight, and they both got the sort of same air of quality. You know, touching on my themes that I've covered a number of times about how I get blown away when bootlegs go to kind of this much trouble to give you a luxury package. But I just think because of the period it shows, I just had to get my hands on this one. I believe the actual CDs themselves are pretty much the same as the ones in the 7 CD box set I've got, February 1970 box set. So I know they're going to be fantastic sound quality, because that's what tends to happen once one version's out. They basically all just, I guess they rip them and copy them off the one that came before them. So in a digital world, you shouldn't really get any sound degradation at all, as long as it's done right. But this is just glorious, isn't it? You know, I just absolutely love sets like this. Superb. And as I say, this was another of those where I set out, came back with a bag full of records, and this was on the doormat. So a good old Elvis Saturday, I think you'd call this one. So just awesome stuff. This goes on and on, doesn't it? Brilliant. There's even and then we get even a section on the on-stage album, and some background and information on it, and details, look, showing the original poster that came with it. The tape box with the recording of the midnight show, February the 19th, 1970. This picture was taken at RCA Vaults in the 90s. Just little details like that for a bootleg, you know. Different releases. That's Japanese release, is it? Yeah. Singles that were lifted from it. Single that was lifted from it, actually. And jumpsuits, and you get a section right at the back detailing the jumpsuits of that engagement. Oh, that's interesting. I'd never noticed that before. Wow, look at that. So the black gold brocade suit, one of the suits worn for the that engagement, was worn by Claude Thompson during the gospel sequence of the '68 comeback special. Well, it says wearing a similar suit, actually. Oh, yeah, actually, it's not exactly the same, but it's obviously been styled on that. You can see the colours different. I thought for a moment I'd stumbled across, you know, oh, did Elvis actually get one of his jumpsuits out and let him use it for that? Well, actually, no, he couldn't have done. But you see, this is where I tripped myself up, because this arrived this morning. I've not seen it before. I'm seeing it as soon at the same time as you, and it hadn't even clocked in my mind then. Well, actually, that couldn't have been, because '68 special and that was 69. So I guess what they're getting at is that outfit there was almost the sort of inspiration for the one that came after it that Elvis wore. Although it was probably Bill Ballou that designed it, because Bill Ballou did the costumes for the 68 special. So he probably did the dancer costumes as well. So he probably already had that in mind when he designed that for Elvis in 69. There you are, we've got there. Look at that. We've worked it out. Honestly, I don't know why you put up with me. Some of the stuff I come out with. But, you know, that kind of is my approach. Quite often, even if I'm getting books and releases out that I've had for ages, I don't tend to look at them before I go through them, because I almost want, if you're seeing them for the first time, I kind of want that feeling for me as well, if that makes sense. Shut up, Sean. Just shut up. Right, enough waffle. Rebooked at the International. Really, really chuffed to get my hands on that one finally. It's a glorious release. Okay, that's enough hauls for now, and I won't say there won't be any more hauls in the near future, because that doesn't always pan out to be true. But as far as I'm aware, there won't be any big hauls coming up, because we're sliding into that period before Christmas, and you know, you got to take care of your pennies at that time of year, haven't you? But as I say, talking about Christmas, if anyone's stuck for gift ideas, The King of Fashion by Lorraine Gibson, well worth checking out. Okay, that's all for me for now. I hope you'll be able to join me tomorrow for my usual Sunday upload. So thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. If you could do all the usual stuff like, share, comment, subscribe, if you haven't already, that would be very much appreciated. So hopefully I'm going to see you tomorrow. Until then, take care. Ta-da.
We'll meet you again. May God bless you. Adios.